Hello everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What we are looking at here is US West on BeamNG, one of the funnest maps of the base game to play, yet one of the worst maps for performance. So right now, I am in the F11 World Editor, which you can go around by right-clicking your mouse to look around and using WASD to move the camera around. So the first thing that I would like to start off with here is if you are really getting not enough performance on this map, there are a bunch of trees, there are a bunch of buildings, there's a bunch of poles and stuff, bushes, rocks. You can remove all this stuff if you want. And all we have to do to edit the map slightly and make everything good is, I believe you click on the forest tools and you hit erase, and you should be able to start taking away trees, bushes, and things like that. It seems tedious at first, but at the top we have a brush size. So let's just say we move the camera speed to make the camera faster, and we rip over here and we want to delete all of these trees that are way off in the edge of the map because we don't care about them because we are never over there, and that's what I want to do. As you can see, even in the distance, all of these trees are providing shadows, and that's being rendered. So all you really have to do is go through the map and simply just click that. And if you increase the density of the brush, it will remove the patch all at once without having to do anything crazy. I will promise you, by the time you go around the map and just delete things with the forest editor, mind you, some of these houses and stuff can also be removed with it, you see that? Experiment with it. See how much polys you can get removed from this map, which will usually be displayed on the top right as you're driving around. And I promise you, if you're playing on BeamNG US West during the day and you're ripping through the city, all of these trees with the wind and the shadows and the ambient occlusion and reflections and everything, they are making a difference in the game. So that's one way that we can sit there and spend some of our own time and our own effort learning and making the map run better. Now, another thing I would like to mention here is you can do this on any map. You can save the level after by hitting File and hitting Save Level, and then you don't have to worry about this anymore until you go online. Online you will have to do this again and then save the online level as well, at least in my experience. So this is something that you should do, right? So let's say you get all that done and now you want to make the game look a little better. You know, you got trees all gone everywhere and you took out some buildings and stuff, and you know, you made everything a little better. At the same time, in the world editor, what we have is we have something called the sun sky. So you need to open up the scene tree and then search for sun sky and click on that. Now when you click on sun sky, what you have on the right is a whole bunch of game-changing options. For example, sky brightness from 220, let's put it to 100. Completely changes the sky, let's put it to 300. So whether you're going for a grayed out sky that has less in it or a really bright sky, that's how you can change the sky brightness. Now the sun size, you can also change the sun size by finding the sun and then just looking at how that scales. And the more you experiment with this, things like exposure, you see what I'm saying, it makes the game way darker. The shadow brightness, also the shadow distance, the texture size of the shadows. These are things in Sun Sky that you can use in the world editor to make your game look better. Now obviously that doesn't look better, you know what I'm saying? It might to some people, but to me it's really, really, really dark. I'm not doing this to make the game better. I'm doing this to show you guys how you can make the game better. I will post a guide for this stuff later on with more detail on how to get certain skies, how to actually make it look how you want, and more in depth of actually customization. But another thing you want to look at here is the clouds. If you type in cloud in the world editor there under the scene tree, you'll be presented with clouds. right? So you go into cloud, you hit on clouds 1, and you just change the values. See what it's doing. See if it actually does something. You can change the exposure. You can change the color of the clouds. If you want your game to, you know, have a unique pop and look exactly how you want it to look, you can pretty much do that with the time of day, the fog level, the fog color, the sky brightness, the sun brightness, the shadows, the shadow texture size, exposure. You can pretty much manipulate the game to look however you want it to look. So that's what I wanted to show you guys today, was just some BeamNG content on how you can change things in the game and make the game look better, or of course look worse, which is kind of what I did here. Not the point. The point is knowledge, learning how to get the game to run better, learning how to get the game to look better, and that's how you do it. Have a good day, everybody. Take care. Stay gaming.